And Ayo CJ, you always talking about taking Groove Street to the top, but now it's time we take it to the clouds, Hadoop style, fool.
Man, what the hell is Hadoop Ryder? That sound like some nerdy ass stuff, homie.
And you're right, it is some nerdy ass stuff, but this is the future CJ Big Data Analytics. Jobs paying 6 figs, dog, until we learn how to count words using Hadoop. Straight up gangsta MapReduce. And see Hadoop's like the whole Grove Street crew, everybody doing their part. You got the MapReducer, the driver, each got a job. And the mapper is the lookout, catching each word and saying, whoa, I see yours, the reducer's the money counter, or the driver, that's the Oliver, that's the OG boss.
What's up guys? Welcome to this video where we're going to do Hadoop MapReduce for word count. As you can see, I'm doing this program on a virtual machine. So, yeah, that's that. I'm using Ubuntu itself. We'll just jump right into the code. So I have this dist directory which was outside, and this is the main program, which is wordcount.java is the file. Now adding a package over here is optional. If you want to, you can do it, or else you don't have to if you don't want to. Uh, we'll go through the import statements once, all correctly. So this one is the configuration, which is used to configure your job. I'll just type this out and then we'll discuss it. Right, so over here we have int writable, which is our input format. We're using text because of the text in the text file. Path is for input output paths. Mapper and reducer, it's because of the MapReduce job ka nature. And file input and file output format we'll be using to add the paths to the input and output file. We'll start with the main class itself. Also, we are using Java IO exception and string tokenizer over here. String tokenizer will sort of act as NLTK's like word divider. It basically divides a given string into words based on spaces and all. Then over here, this is the first class, which is the mapper class. It's called token mapper. You can name your class anything you want. It is extending to mapper, and if you look at the template over there, it's object, text, and inwritable. Below that, we've just written that int writable 1 because every word is initially going to be mapped to 1 over here, right? Then the text over here, please, I made a mistake over here while typing. Yeah, it's supposed to be new text. So if you don't write the new text, you'll get an error while running the MapReduce job. Then this is the map function. As far as I know, this is an overridden function, so please don't change the name of this function. It's taking a key value. Object will be the key because words are going to be in that raw format. Then the text is going to be the value. And see over here in the iterator, we're actually splitting the text and getting a stream of tokens. So this token will be traversed by the while loop. Now, word is being set to the value of that next token, and then in the context, we are writing one mapped to that given word. And this is pretty much it for the word count token mapper class. We'll move on to the reducer class. I'm naming it reducer. Right, so over here now we have defined a result which is going to store the value of each and every word count. So agar key is the word, then the value will be result. Now over here in reduce, also in both map and reduce, one thing which I forgot to type was the exception which they throw. So both of these functions can throw an IO exception or an interrupted exception since they're running in MapReduce, and I mean Hadoop has this parallelism ka whole thing, right? So that's why these two, please make sure that you write those, नहीं तो आपको error आ सकता है. Then in the public void reduce, there's not much left. We'll first of all define int sum as 0, and after that we'll take a for loop where we'll iterate through all the values and we'll add them up and सब add करने के बाद we'll write them to the result. Int writable result में इसलिए लिख रहे हैं because we can't use sum and write it in context because ऊपर हमारा return type I mean जो है that is going to be text as key and int writable as value, so you can't use integer over there. Now we'll move on to the driver code. Driver code is pretty straightforward. हाँ ये वाला function बस exception throw करेगा and after that we'll move on to the main job configuration wala part. So over here conf is an object which we'll be using to set the configuration for our given Hadoop job. So this is the uh, job class का जो input लिया था वो, and we are setting the jar class as the main class जो word count वाला class है वो. Mapper classes are token mapper. Combiner and reducer are the same classes, by the way. Please take note. Reducer sum का. If you have some separate logic for that, then वो आपको खुद करना पड़ेगा. Then output key class and output value class is text and int writable because जो output file रहेगा उसमें key and value will be text and int writable. Right, so here I'll just define the file input format जहाँ पे we're taking the job. And yeah, so over here I've written new path without a space, but you have to put a space over there because it's like an object of path. ऊपर हमने path actually fs.path में import भी किया है. So please make sure that you don't you don't uh, write it without the space. Yeah. That's pretty much it. Now we'll use the system.exit. Basically, जब job complete हो जाएगा, the thing will exit with that given error code. Right. Now, this program which I have written has two errors right now. Actually, I forgot to include the bracket also, closing bracket for args. तो अभी compile करते time हमको वो error दिखेगा. This is our disk directory. It's empty just to show you. This is the command which we have to use. Yeah, so this was the error. वो bracket रह गया था. And we'll do this command again. तो अभी यहाँ पे the new path वाला error जो मैंने पहले बोला था वो आया. So we'll fix that real quick. Now this has been fixed. अब compile होगा पूरा. And now we'll do the other commands. Just look at the screen and follow these commands. क्योंकि मतलब there's nothing I can explain in this. We're basically going to all the classes and compiling them in a jar file, right? वो cp वाला javac.cp जो command था, what it does is it uses the JVM and the Hadoop class path to compile your program according to Hadoop. Now we'll make a jar file out of this. So मैंने word count के बाहर jar-cvf wc.jar, that's the jar file का name I'm choosing to give. फिर मैंने word file के अंदर word count folder के अंदर गया and all the class files है that I used to compile. So we have a jar file now, right? Now what we'll do is we'll create a input file. क्योंकि to count some words we need like an input.txt file, right? तो उसको हमको input folder में डालना पड़ेगा. Now मेरा input folder is empty already, but if you don't have an input folder, use this command /mkdir to make one. And this is the file which we made. So now we'll use the -put command, hdfs -put, the file on a local system and the hdfs wala file. If you want, you can use copy from local as well, but that's a deprecated command, so I don't recommend using it. मतलब docs में देख लो. If your version supports it, then I don't have any issue with it. फिर there's the Hadoop jar. This follows the syntax as Hadoop jar, your jar file का name, word count is my module name, and उसके बाद का is my class name. If you didn't write a package or a module, so just write your class name over there. Then there's the input directory and then the output directory. तो मेरे को इधर error आया because मैंने उस एक given line पे new text को like जो text वाला word था उसको I didn't assign a value. So we'll just go ahead and correct that. Also, the reason why I wanted to show this is because practicals may probably wrong hoga wo. So you'll have to do this entire process again of like the commands and stuff. Ki, first you'll have to delete the output folder, right? And delete the dist folder as well, idhar ka. And फिर से compile करना है. Also, this Hadoop का जो ये है, Hadoop CP class path, that is something which you have to like create an environment variable. वो by default installation में करेंगे या नहीं करेंगे, that's not given, right? So you can look it up on the internet. It's pretty straightforward to get the class path. तो वो आप देख लो. Then yeah, this is compiled. Now we just have to make a jar file out of it. So we'll use the same command jar -cvf rwc.jar and /word count के सारे जो भी class है. So I'm using star dot class. Yeah. Right. So everything is compiled now. Now we'll move on to Hadoop. मतलब बस ये upload करना है अभी because input में already the text file is present. Yeah, so over here I put in the same things again. Word count is my module. Then capital W, capital C wala word count is my class. This is the input directory. Now the output directory, if I try to use the previous one, even though I got an error and the operation wasn't complete, the output folder was still created. So it will give me an error saying that the output folder is already existing. So I took another output folder /output karke, and I'll just show you how to remove an output folder. You do rm -r-f. Now we'll run the Hadoop command and just wait. All we have to do is wait a bit. Right, so the Hadoop command has run successfully. If we look up ऊपर वगैरह तो वो सब दिख रहा है. Now we'll just take a look at the output. तो output में आ गया है part r करके file. So we'll just copy this and उसको फिर से view करने के लिए you'll use -cat. Now we can see कि वो सारे counts आ रहे, hey 2 बार आया, like 2 बार आया, and all the other things. To download this file from the DFS Hadoop file system, you'll have to use -get and please enter the path name, right? So I'm entering // जो भी मेरा word count output .txt या whatever file, but do mention a name, नहीं तो फिर it will use the default name part r -5 zeros वाला. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. I think I'll let Ryder take over now. Thank you for watching.
Yo, Ryder, that was actually kind of tight. So this MapReduce thing, it's like split up the work and let everyone do their job, huh?
And exactly, just like how we handle the Who. Next time we gonna run a Hadoop job on Big Smoke's order history.